We are just beginning. Meanwhile, the participants will be joining. Uh, Good afternoon and welcome everyone. Welcome to the webinar on integration of renewable energy in buildings. Uh, we are Today we are showcasing all our projects output, outcomes and impacts that we have gone through during the implementation phase of the project. My name is Anand Joshi and I'm excited to be your virtual host today. In this webinar, our expert speakers will be covering uh, the overall journey of BPARI project, what are its activities and learnings that we have accumulated during the implementation period of last 3 to 4 years. Uh, our aim is to provide you with valuable insight and information on RE technologies and their implementation. And we would also like to develop some engaging partnerships for the future to mainstream these RE technologies in building sector. Before I invite our speakers, I would like to run you through some basic housekeeping announcements. Our today's webinar is powered with Microsoft Teams, and many of you would be familiar with the interface. Please note that we'll be recording this webinar and the recordings will be published on social media platforms, which will be accessible to general public. For the entire duration of the webinar, your microphones and camera will be turned off for avoiding any accidental background disturbance. During the webinar, if you have any questions or comment, please share the same using questions or chat options available at the panel at right or the top of the screen, depending on your preferences on the layout. We will take the questions and answers at the end of the webinar during the question and answer session. Thank you for your patience. Without holding you up any further, I would like to invite our first speaker, Mr. Sanjay Dubey. Mr. Sanjay Dubey is the Chief Executive Officer of IEC, and he has over 32 years of experience working in this development sector. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, Anand, and thank you for providing me this opportunity to talk to all the guests here. And welcome everybody. And most of you know that the integration of renewable energy in buildings project, which we also call BPARI project of Swiss Development and Corporation funded, was started like 4 or 5 years back. And during this period, we were able to do quite a good amount of work under this project. And now the time has come that we can show the results and outcomes, and what we did in the pilots, what kind of knowledge material that we generated, and what kind of material that is already available on the website, what kind of trainings we conducted, and how we basically interface with the market and the building community, to take this learnings further, so that the renewable energy can be integrated in buildings in India in future. It's not that the renewable energy is not being integrated. There are renewable energy technologies which are integrated in buildings. But the overall objective that we kept in mind when we started this work, that when are we taking the decision about selecting a particular type of technology to integrate in a building, that was very important, because most patterns that indicate that the most of the time that it is happening at a random basis, either after the commissioning of the building or when it is half constructed or something. But we wanted this to happen at the design stage, very beginning, when you conceptualize the building. And that is the right time to do the analysis and scoping, and then select a particular technology and then integrate. And then other than solar and wind, what could be the other potential technologies that could be utilized in Indian market in future, and also the combination, sort of a hybrid model which could come up. So team has done hell of a lot of amount of work with various stakeholders in the market, and also partner with public sector and private sector businesses, especially the private sector, to define or design some of the pilots where the learnings can be focused, and you can see that happening. Some of them will be available in couple of months time to as a demonstration. and whatever good amount of achievement in terms of how we moved on our journey, it has been documented properly, and we did our best to upload that on the website. I am just giving the initial introduction about this journey, and then after me, Sonia and Anand will be taking you further, down to show everything that we were able to come out as a result or outcome of this project. The duration is coming to an end very soon, but the monitoring and other aspect would continue, and the website will be available for all of you to, uh, you know, uh, go and look at the knowledge products that are available, and then see how it can be integrated into buildings in future. So this is a very good opportunity for all of us to interact today, and especially for you to go through the presentation with that Sonia will be taking you through, and then you can ask specific questions. If there is anything that you want to know more or in detail, if it is if we can cover as an answer today during the question answer session. Otherwise, we will certainly we will be happy to respond through emails and send you the answers, or you can have a call with us to discuss further, and if there is a higher amount of interest on any of the aspect of the project. So thanks again, and most welcome, and thank you for joining us. And now I'm handing over to back to Anant and Sonia for taking you to the more details of the outcomes that we want to showcase today. Thank you. Thanks.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for providing the initial introduction. Now, I would like to invite Sonia Shukla, Associate Director, IISc, to present about the technologies and what the project has achieved in during this period of implementation. Sonia, mic is yours. I'll be sharing your presentation and give you the controls as usual.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Anant. Thank you so much, Sanjay sir. I'm really proud to showcase and present the work that we have done in past 5 years. It's a tremendous amount of compilation, documentation, market assessment, technology assessment, demonstrations, business models, financing, etc. that we were able to do with very, very prestigious partners as well as institutions. And I'm very happy to showcase the work that we were able to do, and walk you through the outputs that we were able to achieve, which we are putting out in public domain for everybody to use and implement the RE solutions in their future projects. Okay, so I'll take the control of the presentation. Okay, it's not moving, Anant. Maybe you can take us to the next slide.
Yes,
Okay.
you can move it now.
Okay, great. Thank you so much. So before beginning, let me just give you a brief overview of what International Institute for Energy Conservation is, and what we do and what we have been doing in past 5 years on this BPARI project. So IIC is a not-for-profit entity registered in India as a Section 25 company. However, we were registered in US in 1984 and have been working in industry from past 40 years. We have regional presence in India, Thailand, and Philippines, and our work portfolio involves the entire gamut of services, from energy efficiency to DSM, energy efficiency standards, renewable energy, electric vehicle strategies, clean air and water resource management, as well as climate smart agriculture strategies. So IIC's core strength lies in policy review design and program implementation and market transformation activities. BPARI project actually was an offshoot or a component from the Indo-Swiss building energy efficiency project, which was running for past 10 years in India. It was felt that it is necessary to include and look at renewable energy components as well in buildings portfolio, besides the energy efficiency and the demand reduction measures. So with that view, the project was designed and with the main objective of identifying, showcasing, and developing monitoring protocols for new and innovative renewable energy technologies, which are suitable in buildings context in India. The project started in January 2019 and would be ending this year. It was supported by Swiss Agency for Development and Cooperation. The project involved close interaction and working relationship with the public as well as private sector to do the demonstrations, technology identifications, market assessments, as well as scoping and identification of the challenges currently being faced by the developers as well as project owners. The project also helped in development of research, monitoring methods, various tools and manuals which can be used by any building owner or any architect, designer, planner for identifying and assessing various renewable energy technologies suitable for their own project. A very important component of the project was also the knowledge dissemination capacity building, for which IIC and our consortium partners together we conducted several training sessions, capacity building exercises, as well as provided hand-holding support to the building owners and real estate developers. The project was envisaged with three main outcomes. The first one was to demonstrate renewable energy technology in India that can be scaled up and that have potential for adoption. And second was to identify and develop research and monitoring methods to ensure that the systems that are installed can be monitored and evaluated properly. And the last one was to impart this generated knowledge to the relevant stakeholders and sector practitioners for taking up and continuing with this knowledge in future. So, if we talk about of the journey of the project, it actually began with the basic market assessment and scoping exercise, along with the policy and regulatory understanding for renewable energy technologies in India. Uh, we have we were working with the Basel Energy Agency for Sustainable Energy, Meghraj Capital Advisor, and EDS, and we conducted a very thorough market assessment, which helped us in identification and shortlisting of basic 8 to 10 technologies, which are very suitable for Indian context, and then we started developing and promoting and pushing these technologies for demonstration, so that the confidence in these technologies and promoting green energy and associated carbon neutrality impacts in the building sector. We in this process of working, we developed several tools and guidebooks, which include technology fact sheets, a RE assessment tool, which is now available online, then a guidebook for renewable energy integration, which includes and provides some basic considerations and templates for any project owner to look at and evaluate RE technology. We were fortunate enough to forge beautiful collaborations with various organizations, excellent working relationships with the Griha Council, BEEP project, and ESL, several private sector technology providers. And lastly, we also were able to successfully forge our collaboration with the architecture colleges, because we thought it would be very important to start integrating this knowledge into the school and college curriculum, which will help in getting the wider lens for reviewing the building sector projects and sustainability for the practitioners. a very key component was also to demonstrate a few technologies in live settings. So we are working with several renewable energy and real estate developers for for showcasing these technologies in various areas. We are actually supporting Mahindra Life Spaces. We are supporting Ladakh administration in demonstration of wind solar hybrid systems and geothermal RE powered geothermal heat pumps respectively. And we are also exploring collaboration and demonstration of biomethanation technology for the industrial setups. Uh, Capacity building was a key component, and we were able to conduct a couple of workshops, webinars, training sessions on the entire RE process flow and procurement till installation for any building project and for any project owner. Okay, so before moving on to what the project achieved, the basic rationale that we started with was that building sectors are supposed or are poised to grow and consume a substantial amount of energy. And since India is still being considered as a developing economy and has a huge potential of building sector construction and urban development, therefore it is very important to look at the strategic integration of key components for achieving sustainable urban landscape. And therefore, it becomes very natural and imminent to look at the basic design principles to achieve sustainable buildings and green buildings. So, the process of sustainable building and designing sustainable buildings incorporates four basic steps. The first one is to create designs which are climate responsive, which do not require artificial energy consumption for meeting the needs of lighting, heating, as well as cooling demands. Then use low energy and low carbon building materials so that the overall construction has a lower carbon footprint. Then integrate energy efficient equipments and design. So this becomes a very cost effective, low cost measure. And once you've designed the building in an efficient manner, it becomes very obvious to integrate and look at renewable energy options which are available both at site as well as off site to reduce the overall energy demand from the building. Sorry. Okay, so as I just said that the project not only was theoretical but involved practical demonstrations of the technologies to build the confidence of both users as well as developers. So we are proud to mention that IIC and BEEP team together were able to create the first net zero residences in India, which is being developed by Mahindra Life Spaces in Bangalore, and the project would be 100% energy neutral. Whatever energy requirement remains after designing or incorporating the CRD elements as well as energy efficiency would be powered and procured through renewable energy in a combination of off-site as well as on-site technology installations. Apart from this, we are working on creating a demonstration project for geothermal heat pump technology, which will provide efficient as well as clean heating solution in the tough environment of Ladakh. And this will be done in one of their primary health clinics, and which will provide the overall life support to the resident population in extreme winter conditions. Okay, now let's talk about the each of the outputs and outcomes that we were able to deliver and complete under the project, which would be very useful for sector practitioners in general to understand and have a look at whenever they are designing and planning a new building. As sir said, that it is a it is very essential that the integration and planning and the entire energy efficiency as well as renewable energy integration happens at the design stage, because once the building is designed in a wrong manner, it becomes very difficult to correct it and avail the benefits that can be integrated and provided by these both these components together. And therefore so we did a market assessment exercise and identified what all technologies are available that can be integrated into the buildings, which will help in overall reduction of the energy consumption and demand from the building. So we were able to shortlist 9 technologies based on both qualitative as well as quantitative analysis, as well as inputs from the various stakeholders and experts in this field. These technologies are first solar rooftop PV, which is a very obvious choice because of the great potential it holds in terms of cost effectively delivering electricity for meeting the energy demand of the building. Building integrated PV solutions are solutions that are generally integrated with the building facade and walls, so that the overall energy generation part from the building is increased. Although the technology is a bit expensive at the moment, but there are huge amount of research and development happening in this field, which will help in reduction in the cost in coming future. One interesting technology that we came across was hybrid solar and PV thermal, which has these integrated element of electricity generation as well as hot water generation together. These kind of panels are available and help in optimizing the overall heat or solar insulation that is falling on the panel. So basically, what happens is the top portion of these panel is has semiconductors and helps in generation of electricity. And since during this process of electricity generation, generally the panels heat up, the heat is kind of exchanged from the backside of the panel, which has these evacuation tubes flowing through the panel. So this kind of systems has been installed in a couple of institutions like hotels and hospitals, wherein the demand is both energy and hot water demand is required by the building. Small wind turbines, again, is a very effective option for integration into the buildings, though the technology has not matured yet. However, multiple innovations have happened in last couple of years, which have reduced both the size of the turbine and increased its efficiency, as well as catered to the issues that were previously associated with with these kind of turbines, like operation, maintenance, noise, sound, and environmental degradation that was envisaged. Uh, Integrating wind turbines and solar rooftop PV becomes an obvious choice because this will help in improving the overall generation profile, as well as providing a stable kind of a generation curve to the building, and efficiency of the same area can be increased by installation and coupling of these two systems. Biomass energy and biomethanation technology, I would say, is a very interesting, as well as at the same time not scaled up technology, but it has huge potential in terms of delivering the required amount of or in terms of replacing the natural gas and LPG that is being used in buildings such as institutions, hotels, hospitals, which will actually help in reducing the overall thermal energy demand from the buildings also. So this is a technology that has seen a lot of innovation and has seen a lot of push now from government as well. And we hope that smaller modular systems are available and are cost effective, which can be integrated in buildings for managing their organic waste as well. Apart from this, fuel cells and hydrogen-based fuel cells, renewable energy generation cells can be used sorry, to power the buildings as well as provide the backup power. Though the technology is still under, I would say, commercialization and wide-scale adoption, but it has a huge potential for meeting the decentralized demand as well as managing the load curves that the distribution utility would are expected to see in coming future. Heat pumps is again an energy efficient technology, and when powered with renewable energy, it provides a very good combination of providing both heating as well as cooling demands in the building. So we assessed each of these technology in detail, and we have created detailed fact sheets on the technology, which will give you an idea of what the technology is, what are the various components, what are some examples, case studies, what are the basic commercials and paybacks of these technology. So let me see if that is here. Okay, yeah. So sorry. So these are the 10 fact sheets that we had created, and it gives you, sorry, overview of all these technologies that are listed here. These tip sheets and fact sheets are available on BPARI's website that we will show you, and this can be downloaded and read and understood. This gives you a very good brief idea of the technology and its working as well as its overall financing and paybacks. Moving on, apart from the technology fact sheets, what we identified and what we got interest and request from the market was to create a guidebook which helps in step-by-step planning as well as designing and integration of this renewable energy technologies for any building sector practitioner. So we have created this guidebook. This guidebook is a very short and crisp summary of what are the basic steps involved, how do you procure technology, how do you assess a technology, whether it is beneficial for you or not, and if you're designing a building, what are the key considerations that should be kept in mind to optimize and maximize the potential from the RE technology. Again, this guidebook is available on the website and can be used, and if and it also gives you a basic framework and basic, I think, understanding of the vendors and key players in the market from whom the technologies are available, and also the some design principles on understanding the sizing as well as potential assessment for the technology for your particular site. So this was for installation and identification of technology. Next comes is the measurement and verification, because it becomes very important to monitor the progress and show that the objectives that you were set out to achieve through the installation of these technologies have actually been met. So we've created data templates, a small amount of information that can be fetched from the systems. So most of these systems come integrated with the remote sensing, remote data capturing and dashboard details, and this data can be used and then can be run in these data sheets and help this will help you in identifying whether any amount of improvement and reduction in the overall energy consumption is actually happening, and what is the performance of your system vis-a-vis the guarantee and the product details that were given by your technology provider. So this helps in both monitoring as well as verification, as well as keeping a check on what was promised by the technology providers. Okay, so we have created several learning modules of each of these technologies. This will help you in detailed review, detailing, understanding of how the technology works. What are the key considerations that should be reviewed? How do you assess a potential for the technology? How do you do the sizing and capacity assessment? And basic payback calculations. So these modules were designed to help both interested and sector practitioners basically, and as well as students, to help them understand and walk them through the basics and design elements, to understand and integrate these in their design projects. These are very simple learning modules with which come with an automated learning I would say curve, as well as assessment framework to test your knowledge, as well as to see whether this has been helpful in integration and creating an awareness as well as understanding about these technologies. So these modules are also available, and these can be used by both I would say students as well as teachers to generate a basic understanding and knowledge of the technologies for any building sector, architect or planners. This is a very interesting and important tool that we developed along with our partners. This is an web-based interactive tool. Here, you can assess the potential of each of the technologies that we have highlighted earlier, whether that technology would be cost competitive, beneficial, will provide enough amount of required energy or thermal demand that the project needs, and it is designed to cater or consider the climatic conditions, as well as climatic the technology specific requirements for doing the basic cost benefit analysis of the technologies. So this tool is available online, and I think this would be a very helpful tool for any designer as well as builder who is thinking of undertaking a new project, and assessing which kind of technologies would be beneficial, and what kind of space would be available for in-house installation of these kind of technologies. And then the assessment can happen and help in figure out and filter out what kind of technologies can be taken up in that particular project. Okay, apart from these tools and templates that we have created, we have also identified a few business models. This was done by consulting several technology providers, financing institutes, NBFCs, etc., on what are the major business models. This I would say is particularly beneficial for the technology providers who are looking at what kind of services they should offer to their customers and users, and what kind of contracting and business model they should be practicing and providing. So based on our analysis discussion so far, and the amenability as well as acceptability of the Indian consumers, uh, two to three business models were identified, and a few financing mechanisms were also proposed. for technology promotion as well as adoption in Indian context. So basically, OPEX model or PPA model, which is widely popular in solar space, is something that is required and needed by mostly all customers, because that gives them a confidence in the technology, confidence in the technology provider, as well as helps them diverse or bifurcate this day-to-day operations and maintenance of this particular technology vis-a-vis their core operations. Leasing is again something which is being experimented in solar space, but this is a technology, or this is a model which I would say would be very helpful in popularizing technologies which are capex heavy, as well as our operations and that require serious operations and monitoring protocol. So some technologies like geothermal heat pumps, as well as solar wind hybrid systems, which require careful monitoring and operation of the systems. Leasing is something that would make sense for both the technology provider as well as the customers. Credit guarantee was something that we proposed to the financing institutions and multilaterals, bilaterals, because based on our assessment, we found that there is a very high perceived of risk associated with the technologies, specifically which are not which are beyond solar, and there is a high question mark and perceptibility issue in the lenders and financing communities mind, that the what happens after, though the promised paybacks are like 4 to 5 years, what happens after that, and what kind of guarantees and service agreements would be available. And this helps in or I would say this hinders the 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 financing of these technologies, these alternate and other technologies beyond solar, and has restricted the widespread adoption to a large extent. So this is something that we proposed for the institutions to create, and which will help in further mainstreaming the RE credit process. So this report on business models and proposed financial mechanisms is available on our website, on the BPARI webpage, and will help you understand on the consultations and also the results that were obtained, which helped us in reaching these business models and conclusions for proposing these recommendations. Okay, now comes the sorry. Okay. Comes the demonstration of the building integrated RE technology. So this is the sorry, this is, I would say, the key core component of the project, which in which we are actually hand-holding a few RE developers as well as public officials in setting up and installation of of these technologies. So all this information basically is available on our BEEP RE webpage. The link is given here. And we will share this presentation with each of the participants, so that this resource inventory is available with each of you, and this will help you in understanding the technologies in bit more detail, the project in bit more detail, and probably help you also in your current projects, if you are undertaking any sustainable or net zero or green buildings design on consideration. So, and we are very happy to even say that we have forged a collaboration with the School of Planning and Architecture, Delhi. Dr. Kushal Matai is helping us in creating a framework for development of this Center of Excellence. So we are working on identifying possible synergies, mechanisms through which this can be created. This will help in creating and developing, I would say, future architects and planners who will be well equipped with the various technologies that are available, various mechanisms that are available, and help in providing research and demonstration facility for sector, as well as help in driving the adoption of these technology further by providing assistance to even to the lenders and financing institutes. So this is on anvil, and we hope to create this structure very soon, and we'll keep you updated once this is done, and would invite everybody to be a part of it and benefit from this. So this is it from my side. I am very happy to take any questions or any suggestions also on these outputs, and how do we promote this in future. How, yeah. Yeah, thank you, Anand. This is I give you the controls back. Let me know if we want to have conduct any specific discussions or questions.
Thank you, Sonia, for the quick presentation and displaying all the work that we are doing in the very short period. If there are any questions, you can please write in the chat box or Q&A box. You can also raise your hand, and we'll try to turn on your mic if possible.
Let me share the link of the web page in the chat box also for a quick reference, and we will also share the presentation with all of the participants for their future reference.
I think Mr. Manoj wants to say something. I'll allow your mic. You can just unmute and share your voice. Yes, Mr. Manoj, you can just unmute and raise your concern or question.
Hello.
Yes,
Yes, you're
Mr.
audible.
Manoj.
Hello. Hello.
Yes.
Good evening.
Good
Actually,
evening,
I
sir.
want to know, explain about the consumption in a building is assumed around 29% of the total energy consumption in India. I want to, do you have some bifurcation in a building? What is the ratio of the, or what is the percentage of the different sectors? Sector means different uses.
End
Means on
users.
heating, how much approximately, and cooling, lighting, and other appliances generally, commercial building and domestic. So do we have some type figures regarding that one?
I think Anand would be better able to answer this question. We did have some breakup. Yes, Anand.
Yeah, Mr. Manoj, there are a lot of studies around that. Actually, building sector is a very wide, there are different typologies of building, and these uses breakup actually depends on the what type of building we have in consideration. In general speaking, the maximum share is always on the HVAC, and then second comes the equipment and lighting. So this is the general breakup, but it varies a lot, whether it is a residential building, air conditioned building, non-air conditioned building, 24-hour shopping mall, or BPO office or daytime office. So all these variations have a wide range of differences in this.
Yes, actually, purpose is only to know because what type of load we want to run based on RE during daytime, during nighttime, and what type of load it is, how we are going to use it in domestic and as well as in the commercial building. So purpose was only to know about if there is any specific figure with us for a specific type of building. That means, for example, commercial, then commercial building is basically uses of the energy in during the daytime. So in daytime, maximum energy can be fulfilled with the use of the RE through solar modules, etc. All this. In domestic sector, the most of the consumption comes during the night time. So in that case, what type of load we are running in that case? So purpose was only that one. Thank you very much. Thank you for
Thank
the.
you. Let me just add a bit here. I would say that even though RE integration and all these technologies are feasible and available in the market, however, we need to take them with a pinch of salt because most of these technologies are able to fulfill only up to maximum 10% of the building's demand. We have seen this in various projects that we've been supporting and helping and handholding. So the RE technologies are are not able to provide or fulfill demand of more than 10%. So and this 10% is generally generated during the daytime, and therefore the regulations becomes very important, and they play a very key role wherein the discoms provide this net metering facility, wherein whenever you have surplus generation, you can feed it back to the grid. Whenever you have requirement, a higher load demand, you can get it back from the grid. Or storage becomes very important if you're talking about the electricity. In terms of thermal energy demand, if you talk about technologies like heat pump or biomethanation, then these technologies run on a continuous basis. These are not intermittent sources. So specifically, and therefore they are able to replace the overall, a substantial portion of the overall demand. So the ratio of what is being replaced and achieved depends also on the space availability in the building. So there are multiple factors that we need to, that is why it is very important to design or integrate or take all this decision during the design and planning stage itself, that what is the type of building, what is the and if you are designing a building with a specific load, then what is the amount that is available for capturing renewable energy power. With that said, I would also like to highlight a fact that since Government of India is heavily pushing integration of renewable energy and adoption, and have higher generation from renewables, they have issued these open access regulations, and several discoms are now offering renewable power on the voluntary basis, not voluntary, I would say consumers can opt for procuring renewable energy power from the discoms, be it residential or commercial. So those kind of contracts and options are also available now. I hope I answered your question.
Yes, yes. Thank you very much. Thank you. And my purpose was only that how we can make, we can imagine a building with the zero energy base. Means maximum requirement of a household for a small household can be met out through this renewable energy through direct use and as well as the storage. So thank you. I got
Right,
it.
absolutely. Yes.
Okay.
Great.
Thank you, Mr.
I think.
Manoj. I think I saw a raised hand from Mr. Dubey. If you have any question or comment, you can just unmute your mic and share with us.
Okay. Till the time Dr. Dubey comes on board, I will just like to answer a question from Mr. Rahul Sharma. So honestly, I'm not much aware about this microbe-based generation from for fuel cell. This is something that might be under research and development. And if you have any specific information on this, we would be really happy to understand what is available and what is happening in this sector. Okay, I think Mr. Rahul is not here. Uh, Mr. Indrajit, Mr. Indrajit, yes, we would be really happy to know about you and your profile. Let us connect offline to understand what exactly are the areas that we can collaborate on. Okay, so while we are here and we still have a few minutes left, let me show you the website also that we have developed and which will give you all this information that we just spoke about. Uh, and this probably would be very helpful for all of you. And we would like to hear your feedback and support also on this and understand if there are any suggestions, feedback, or recommendations for us on this particular thing. So this is the web page. This is available. I shared the URL with everybody. And we will share the presentation also with you. So the page has specific, basic information about. Yeah, I think Dr. Utpan is back.
Dr. Utpan, your mic is enabled. You can just unmute and speak up and share your comment. Mr. Ramanathan, I have also enabled your mic. You can just unmute and speak up.
You can write your questions in the chat if you're not able to speak. Okay, yeah. So, Mr. Manoj, I'm just showing you the website. So this is the section about the project and the work that we did. Then the various components that the project had, the pilot projects, training, business models, etc. These are the knowledge products that we just showed you. This will give you the entire gamut of documents that have been created, the guidebooks, the tip sheets. This is the guidebook. This is the tool that we showed you for RE assessment. Then some templates for vendor selection framework, some presentations that were made, and learning modules that can be used uh, for generating and developing the basic understanding. So this page gives you the everything, and to know more about the project and the work that we're doing on the pilot projects and business models, you can share and check everything from here. I can see raised hands, but I am not able to hear.
If there are any more questions or comments, you can just unmute your mic and speak up. We have enabled the mic access for all the attendees. Or alternatively, you can also write your comment in the chat box.
Hello.
Yes, hello.
Yeah, are you able to hear me now?
Yes, I can.
Okay. My question was, we have developed a range of DC appliances for cooling and water pumping. These appliances run directly from the PV panels.
Okay.
We don't need any inverter or things like that. We also
Right.
have a and we can actually we have a smart microgrid where many of these whatever you were telling, these power energy sources, renewable sources, can be easily interfaced. I was
Right.
wondering whether whether it will be possible for us to collaborate with you for it, because the DC appliances very
No,
efficient.
this is very interesting that you're yeah.
Yeah, very efficient. And for example, in room air conditioning and cold storages, we save around nearly 75% of the energy as compared to the AC systems. Also, we our refrigerator and cooling appliance, other deep freezers, we have won international award where we came out as the winner in that global competition. So, particularly in residential buildings, and where we can deploy this system along with your other inputs. This could we have achieved net zero in residential buildings with this type of, because we manage the demand side far better than the conventional solar systems. Yeah, that's all I have.
This is very interesting to hear, Mr. Ramrathan, if I'm saying that correctly. Okay,
You
so
can Dr. Ram.
Ram. Okay,
Yeah.
So IIC does work with multiple partners and organizations. Unfortunately, the current project that we are discussing today is ending this year.
Yeah.
However, we keep developing collaborations, and we also support development and energy access issues in remote areas. And we would be very interested and very happy to look at your profile, and maybe we can set up a call later on to
Yeah.
understand this in detail for our future project references as well.
Okay. Thank you very much. That will be very nice. I will get
Thank you,
in
Mr.
touch.
Ram. Please do. Yes. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, I think Anand has shared our contact details with everybody. If anybody has, further any comments or suggestions for us, we would be very happy to hear from you. Please do write to us, and we'll keep you updated on any further developments that we have, or any, you can check out our website for any new events or outputs that we create. Okay, perfect. So if we do not have any further questions, then probably we can close today's session. Anand, do you need to wrap it up, say a few words?
Thank you, Sonia. Uh, I think you have said it all. We just thank you, everyone, for your time. It was very interesting to have you all in these numbers. And we would like to be connected on our social media pages. You can follow us at IIC Asia on Twitter, and the same IIC Asia on YouTube also. You can find us on LinkedIn at the name of International Institute for Energy Conservation, IIEC. Uh, and our project page, Big RE, you can search it on the LinkedIn as well. So we'll be happy to stay connected, and you can write to us on our mail IDs if you have any more questions or you have any more comments. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you for taking out time and listening to us. I hope this was useful, and this will help you all in your day-to-day work. If you are into building designs and RE assessment exercises. Thank you so much. Have a good day.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.